Hello everyone. Today we'll be going over another Leetcode question called best time to buy and sell stocks. This is again a very frequently asked question, and we'll go through this one first and then a few variations of the same question. Let's go through the problem description. Say you have an array for which the ith element is the price of a given stock on day I. If you were only permitted to complete at most one transaction, that is, buy one and sell one share of the stock, design an algorithm to find the maximum profit. Note that you cannot sell a stock before you buy one. In the actual stock market, you can even sell before buying a stock, but here that's not allowed. You'll first have to buy a stock and then only you can sell it. So let's go through the examples. In the first example, we have an input array and these are the prices. So on the first day, the price of the stock is 7. On the next day, it's 1, then 5, then 3, 6, and 4. And we have the output as 5. So this is because you buy the stock on day 2, where the price is 1, which is the lowest. And then you sell it on day 5, when the price is 6, and you make a profit of 6 minus 1, which is 5. Note that if you had the option of selling before and buying later, then the profit would have been 6, since you could have bought at 7 and then sold next day at 1. But since that's not allowed, the profit which you can make, or the maximum profit which you can make, is only 5. Let's see one more example. Here all the prices are in descending order, and hence no matter on which day you buy this stock, you'll always make a loss, and so you cannot make any transaction and your max profit will be 0. So now let's think how we can approach the solution of this problem. A brute force solution to this problem can be to find the maximum difference between two numbers in this array such that the second number is greater than the first number. So to do that, we can write two loops, or let's just quickly write it down. So let's initialize the max profit to 0, since we know that max profit has to be at least 0 and it cannot be negative. So now we can write two for loops and iterate over the array multiple times. So for I equals to 0, I less than prices dot length, I plus plus. In the inner loop, we can start at the next position. So we can write for int j is equal to I plus 1, j less than prices dot length, j plus plus. So let's define another variable called profit, and this would be the difference of these two prices. So prices on the greater day minus prices on the initial or current day. And then we can have max profit is equal to math.max of max profit. And finally, we can return max profit. And this will be our solution. But if you see, the time complexity of this solution is n squared, and probably we can do it better. But before that, let's run the code. Okay, there was a typo. You see, it works. But however, let's see how we can do it better. Now, if we observe this array carefully, we can see that if we maintain the minimum price which is received so far and the next maximum price following this minimum price, the difference of these two numbers will give us the maximum profit. So in this example, here we see a decreasing value in the stock prices and we find a minimum value of 1, and let's say we store it in a variable called min price. So once we have found the min price, we'll have to check for the next maximum value. So at this step, once we reach 5, we'll have the max profit as 4 and min price will be still 1. Now once we reach the value 3, the max profit will still be 4 and min price will still be 3. Next, we'll find the value 6. Here, the min price will still be 1, but the max profit will be updated to 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. And finally, we find the price as 4, and this would not incur any change. So let's try to modify our solution and see if we can achieve the same result in a single loop. So we'll still need a variable called max profit, which will be initialized to 0. We'll need one more variable called min price. We can initialize it to integer dot max value. Now let's rewrite the for loop. So we need to iterate over all the prices, and now all we need to do is update our max profit and min price at each stage. So here max profit would be mat.max of max profit, comma, price minus min price. So price minus min price would give us the profit of that particular day, and min price can be updated as math.min price, comma, price. So with a simple modification, we can achieve the same result in a single loop, and the time complexity of the solution reduces to order n. Let's try to run it. It works. Let's submit it. Great, it works. Thank you guys for watching the video. We'll cover some variations of stock prices in the upcoming videos.